Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rahul Mehta and you are watching Tbilisi Georgia series of travel day 3rd and 4th. Today we created our own itinerary and decided to explore Tbilisi by renting a car. After breakfast outside of our apartment, we are waiting for our car. You can easily book car from different websites around here. All cars are left-hand drive. The roads are pretty smooth but lot of regulations and traffic rules. We drove first to fill the car tank with gasoline. You can see many different fuel pumps around the city. Most of them are from Russia, all having different rates in fuel. It is a self service. After refueling, we started the day with our first visit to this beautiful place of Tbilisi. On the way, we discovered and saw the famous mountain peaks of Georgia. After a few minutes' drive, we arrived to our destination, Msketha Church in Msketha, just 24 kilometers from Tbilisi Central, a UNESCO site and World Heritage Place. The church which brought Christianity to the world as birthplace and one of the most vibrant centers of Christianity of Georgia, Msketha was declared Holy City Orthodox Church. Archaeological evidences trace human settlement in this area of Msketa from 2nd millennium BC to early 1st millennium AD. There's no entry fees to visit this place, but you have to pay for the parking, which was around, I guess, 50 lari. And yes, for washrooms all around the place where you visit in Georgia, 1 lari. This old town of Georgia is like a dreamy place. Ancient history tells a lot about the culture and value of the place. Oldest place in the world. You can find lot of cafes and streets, shops nearby. The marvelous architecture of this church was breathtaking. You can purchase the candles from outside to worship inside. Enjoy the view. You are inside the oldest church in the world. This place was built in 5th century AD, 460 meters above sea level. You can see the surroundings, how peaceful it is, and so vibrant with true Christmas spirits. After starting our day from Msketha, now we are heading towards our second most beautiful destination in Tbilisi. And on our way, we saw this beautiful view where couples were taking pictures, and the view was so stunning that we had to stop and take our own pictures here. The drive was really wonderful. The roads were amazing, and it was a great experience to drive on these roads of Georgia and Russia. We were just about to reach to our second destination, which was approximately 72 kilometers from our Tbilisi central, and this is Annanuri Fortress. This place is between the mountains and river. There's no entrance fees to visit this place, but you have to pay for the parking, which was approximately 30 lari. On our way back to the third destination, we stopped in between to have a coffee break on this beautiful highway before we reached to our next destination. This was Rustavi, where we ended after 4 hours crazy drive. It was around 8:30 p.m. and we didn't expect it to land here, but somehow we did. This place is same as Tbilisi, but less crowded and more homes. Europe Square of this place was beautifully decorated with Christmas decorations. This day was coming to an end, so we headed back to Tbilisi and reached our Airbnb before we wanted to see the Freedom Square at night. Sat on the streets enjoying the music around 11 p.m. in the night and the vibe of this beautiful place. This Christmas decoration was lit. Next morning, we woke early and reached straight to this world tallest and biggest church, the Holy Trinity Cathedral of Tbilisi. which was built in between 1995 to 2004, an ancient third tallest Eastern Orthodox cathedral in the world. Visiting to this place is free of cost. The church domes and arches are so big, and the view from the inside is so vast and huge. It feels like a blessing visiting this place where many people are not able to. Every church we visited, we took candles to worship it, and it was such a great feeling to know the Christianity. It was really the best time to visit this place in December. There was so much and many to explore that you get lost in this beautiful city. A small drive, 12 kilometers approximately from this place, and you will reach to this amazing another historic destination you would love to visit. This place is world famous Chronicles of Georgia. Here you are. You can see this ancient Roman arches and columns design. Huge structure standing in center of a high hill mountain peak of Tbilisi. It is a history memorial of Georgia built in 1985, left unfinished, built during Soviet Union. It depicts stories from the life of Christ, a grapevine cross of Saint Nino, and a chapel. Georgia began to believe in Christianity in 337 AD. Entry to this place is free. You can reach easily to this place from Tbilisi by cab or self driving like us. Enjoy the view. Now we are heading to the next amazing place which no one explored till now in Tbilisi, and it is just a stunning view from here. This place is called Tbilisi Sea, a few distance from Chronicle of Georgia. It is a hidden gem in Tbilisi, situated on a mountain top. We drove to this view to enjoy the rest of our evening before heading back for the lunch. After reaching back from the exploration we done today, we drove back to the streets of Tbilisi, the most famous Freedom Square, to show you the evening in a Freedom Square, how it looks on a bright sunny day with Christmas decoration right around the corner. After returning the car, we then took a cab and headed straight forward to our next awaiting place to visit, which was the funicular in Tbilisi. This was my first ride to see this funicular in my life, and it was hell crazy. When I saw this, it was made by a French engineer. See the rail lines, how it is taking us to the top in just a few minutes uphill. On the top of the hill, this is Mount Mtskheta, famous for its pine wood parks, an amazing place to come with the couple. Entry to this place is by purchasing the funicular tickets. Both way would cost you around 250 lari, as there is no other way to come down from the hill. We enjoyed the rides here, many different rides you can get here, from the water activities to the sports activities. This was the end of day 4, and it was really tiring a lot, and we had explored so many different places all in once, and it was time for us to go back to our Airbnb and rest for our next day, which was day 5. In this next day, we already booked our city tour bus from WST for a full day tour to Signagi and wine tasting of Tbilisi. It costed us approximately 160 lari for two.
They use wood which helps to keep warm for longer time. And when we approach this oven from outside, it's not hot at all, so you can take bread. So you see, they are giving this bit long form to the bread, and they stick dough on the sides of this oven when it is hot. You see, if you stick it to the bottom, it will come earlier, like sooner. But it's very hot inside. And for these ovens, they use natural wood, mostly wood from grape trees. That's the difference, because we have similar bakeries also in Tbilisi. But in Tbilisi, they use the gas and electricity for such ovens. And here, it's like very natural.
This was our first stop on a bake town famous known as Kachapuri, showing traditionally how it is made. You can purchase the fresh bread for 2 lari to eat.
This kind of plant, which is also used for making.
With a 2-3 hours drive, we reached Signagi, and this was the walls to enter the city and to protect it from the attacks back during those days during Caucasian War. Signagi overlooks the vast Alzani Valley. At last, we stopped for our crazy wine tasting tour in the famous vineyards of Kakheti. Started the event by taking the shots of Chacha, famous in Georgia.
Would you love to? We have some interesting snacks for you. So cabbage, I guess we are familiar, can be bread, I like to talk. Guys, let's create a small, quick research for our degustation. Dry or semi-sweet?
What's the difference?
Both are fine.
The wine is quite dry, a little even sour. For the wine,
Right.
it's quite typical. The semi-sweet. It's not maybe too sweet, but it's still sweet. It doesn't have the sour feeling.
I like dry.
Dry?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Semi-sweet.
Yeah, in Georgia, because I've just divided in these two groups. There are a lot of types of the wine, but in Georgia, the two very famous directions are dry or semi-sweet. And later you will understand during our degustation. But before, just to have maybe a small impression about the Georgian wine.
The day had came to an end and we headed back to our Airbnb so that we can have our dinner and be prepared for the next upcoming series and upcoming place. Stay tuned as we head to our next destination on Russian borders.